Ow! Good morning. Get out. We got nice LEDs for the Viper to get rid of those yellow, ugly mustard lights that he's been riding around with. What? We also got coffee. Mm-hmm. Please, for the love of God, sponsor us.
Dude, there's no way that anybody's gonna watch it from them. We got like 2 viewers.
That's fine.
Yeah, so we have a couple things we want to do to some of the sleds. Kind of some checks and all that stuff, and we'll change out those headlights on the Yamaha Viper.
We're also gonna paint the windshield on my sled because it's smoked and I've been meaning to paint it black for a long time.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that. Even though I might only have one trip on it, again. We'll do it anyway. Whoa. Okay. So we've made it to the shop. We got the 3 sleds inside. Obviously getting them dried out from the trip. There was a lot of ice built up in those skids. So we're letting them dry out and thawed. It looks like they did a good job. We washed them yesterday also, trying to get them a little bit cleaner. So we got to check the belt deflection on this one and that one. Got to replace a scratcher tip on this one. Black the windshield on mine. Headlights on this. I'll be honest with you, I've never taken the windshield off my sled. It's supposed to be a toolless something or other. I've just never done it. So we'll try to figure that out without breaking it. So it looks like all you really have to do is there's grommets under here. You pry it up and it'll come right off, hopefully. I'm gonna assume this is gonna be one of those really ugly noises that you really want the ugly noise to happen, and hopefully nothing breaks. Grommet came out. That's good. That wasn't so bad. So I'm gonna start masking off this rubber stripping along the edge. Obviously we don't want any overspray on that, so I think I'm just gonna use some of this masking tape, then cut along the edge of it nice and neat with this fancy little X-Acto blade.
So while Alex is messing around with his windshield and painting it black, I'm gonna take Scott's scratchers off because that's no bueno. That's doing literally nothing. So this side is still jammed in here. It's already ripped up his skid quite a bit, so gonna take those off and they'll just duck and dive off trail to cool the track down.
Be careful, you're gonna make people mad.
Be a man.
printing, I'm just using this Rust-Oleum 2X gloss black. This stuff's actually really, really good. We've had awesome luck with it. It doesn't chip off. It doesn't really fade. It's the only good Rust-Oleum product as far as I'm concerned. Right, Tom?
Yep. Yeah. Most of the other stuff is trash. How many coats are you thinking?
I don't know. We're going to let it dry and see how it goes.
Sounds good. Buddy.
This stuff also dries really, really fast.
Paint and primer. So moving on to this one, we should probably get a before and after deal. You want to fire it up with the headlights?
So we have no idea how to remove these bulbs and change them out. And in classic fashion, we're not going to look it up first. We're just going to start doing it and try and figure it out. I say we should start with the side panels.
Yeah, sounds good.
If you haven't done it, it's one pin and they come right off.
I've never done it. That sounded really good.
Now's where it gets tricky. So with the Sidewinder, there's just quick fasteners and the whole front lifts off. I think we need tools with this one.
R220. Dummy. This one. Our logo.
No. It is up there.
Yeah.
Wow, it did.
YouTube was actually right.
Big thank you to Biker Mike on YouTube. That was actually a pretty good video.
Biker Mike, huh?
Yep.
Wow. Why don't we just leave it like this?
Because that would be a cold ride, Tim.
That's all good. You're such a clown.
So, this coat of paint should be nice and dry. I'm going to put another one on. I have no idea how many I'm going to put on, but I don't want any scratches or... I can't get the cap off. There we go. I don't want any scratches or chipped or nicked paint. I want it to be a good, deep finish. Hi, Tom.
Howdy. So, we just found out we're potentially idiots, but
That's fine.
it's alright, nothing new. The bulbs are literally right there. But it's okay, because adding to the content,
That's right, Tim.
right? But,
It actually might be easier with it out
yeah.
and pulling the whole plastic thing, because I can't get my hand in there.
They're right there, one right there, one on the other side, but we'll show you the bulbs. The bulbs right now. You got a ginormous head, dog. You just took up the entire camera shot.
So, yeah. We had to remove the whole gauge cluster, windshield. All of these are plugged, thankfully. Keep note of where the negative and positive is. Not that this is a how-to video, it's entertainment for how stupid we are. But if this is a how-to video for you, if you're making it a how-to video.
I'm sorry if it is.
Yeah. I don't know if it's consistent sled to sled, but on this one, the negative plug was closer to the gauge. So it sat like that. Negative to the gauge, positive to the outside. So now what we have to do...
These ones are pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, that's as it is. For the rest of it, the retainers, we can't pull off with the headlight mounted to the headlight housing here, that setup. So we had to disassemble all of this to get it 2 more Torx head right there to completely remove the headlight. Then, in theory, we should be able to pull those retaining clips. This is stupid for a bulb change.
Yeah, this is excessive.
We should find a way to test it first. Well, that's stupid.
Save those.
Yeah.
Just in case. Wow.
Are LED bulbs worth it, Tim?
Well, I guess we'll find out once we get them fully installed. So another tip for you guys, if you were wondering, this locking ring here, or I guess the set ring, it will rotate off, and that's how we're able to slip this on without having to mar up the wire. Then line it just straight up with the widest pin.
I'm excited to see how it looks.
Watch them not work.
Don't say that.
It's gonna happen. It's not right. Watch yourself on the bolt.
Yeah, it's clear. That is way better. Very nice.
Thank God that works.
Yeah. We weren't doubting it.
Yeah, look me in the eyes and say that.
We weren't doubting it. So for the windshield gauge package and dash assembly, it's just 4 Torx right there, all the plugs, and then 2 small Torx right here. That gets it so you can pull this whole assembly off, and it seems like it's a pain, but it's actually makes the job way easier. The windshield doesn't have to come off unless you have a windshield bag, and once that's off, you can actually disassemble the whole headlight housing and pull it from the hood itself, and that's really the only way to do it. The trial and error is the worst part, and we'll try to cut out the error part. There was a lot of it.
90% of it was error.
Yeah, we could do it again in probably like 8 minutes. So
typically how it goes for us, though.
yes, really not that bad, but that's also because it's done. Well, not yet.
looks sick.
So we got my windshield all painted up. Looks absolutely killer. I already started pulling the masking tape, but I'm gonna pull the rest of it and then put it on the sled, see how it looks. I think it's gonna make a big difference. Tim is watching our video, our last video, which is actually a really good video.
Dude, I'm trying to see the gauge, because it literally...
That sunset footage though, huh?
I know, I'm the one that shot it.
Wow, this guy. Here we go. That looks way better. So another thing that we're gonna do today is fix my dad's seat, because it always pops off because whoever put it on first didn't do it right. Mine has never had that problem, but I've read that it's a common problem with these sleds. What they say to do is to put a bigger washer underneath that seat post right there. What that should do is make it so it just grabs the seat a little bit better. So we don't have a fender washer that fits quite well enough in there, but this one, the actual hole where the bolt goes through, is a perfect size, but it's about 1/4 of an inch too big diameter wise to go in the slot for the seat. So we're gonna grind this down some so it fits just barely in there, and then that should do the trick. So I've got it marked out here, 1/8 inch all the way around, obviously to make 1/4 inch total, and that will make it so it's exactly 1 inch and should fit that as tight as possible in theory. So we've got our spacer that obviously sets the depth to the sled and the tightness, then the washer, then the post itself. Send it in, center it by eye, tighten it down. Bingo. In there.
Looks good, dog.
So I'm just doing the belt deflection on my dad's sled right now. Mine is all set. I'm not going to touch it. But doing the belt deflection on this. I'm not going to do a how-to on this because Jesse Bonaduce has a video with Bruce from Southside, said that correctly. And he's a master at it, and that's a really good video really describing it. I'm not even going to bother. If you want to know, go watch that one. It's a whole write-up on the way to have it properly set up, what it affects, and as it wears. So go watch that. We're clueless. All right, that's gonna wrap up this shop vlog. Thanks for coming along if you did. If you actually made it through the whole video.
Hey, dude.
I know.
It's okay.
That's all good.
Do it for the fun, right?
Mm-hmm. That's it.
This is the grind they don't tell you about. How many times are we gonna say that?
Too many. We're gonna load the sleds and
Put the trailer back.
put the trailer back and go get some food. Goodbye.
Did you, for real? We're getting food?
Eventually.